Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mega Man 3 Any Tournament here on SpeedGaming 2 tonight. We have a round 2 matchup between beco, the 3 seed, and the 19 seed sagehero in a best of 3 match. The winner will move on to play Casio in the third round, and the loser will play the winner of Kaiser Krister and Nitro X Nate. So this should be a very good match between two Mega Man veterans. And I'm Throwaway007, very happy to be joining you here this evening. So we should be about ready to go here in the next minute or so. Runners are ready. Runners have been given the go-ahead. They should be starting any minute now. So, coming into tonight's match, beco has a PB of 33.46, which is a third overall on the Mega Man 3 leaderboards. So he's obviously very well practiced and experienced in this game. sagehero is up to 38.10, having recently notched a PB during the tournament. So Sage is moving on up and is well within striking distance should beco have some trouble during the match. So it might take some mistakes on beco's part, but if Sage is ready for this and sees opportunity, who knows? So good luck to our runners as the clock hits 0. And here we go. So we have a route divergence at the start here. beco's going with top first. Sage is going with magnet first. Now what's interesting with Mega Man 3 compared to most of the other Mega Man games is there is actually some flexibility in how you approach the start here. Top and magnet are the most common, I would say, but going back a few years, Gemini was actually a fairly popular starting point, and even Needleman going first, because you got Rush Jet early, was a somewhat trendy play at the time. So, it's interesting to see how that allows for some flexibility. I think it kind of opens up the game to some degree, comparatively speaking. As Sage dealing with the blocks, that's the one downside to doing magnet first, is you don't get Rush Jet here to kind of bypass some of this. But these block patterns are pretty simple, so it's not that hard. As beco is just about done here. He goes for a safety play, to not go off the edge there, grab the top on the very last pixel. Sage just about ready to take on Magnet Man as well. We'll see what kind of RNG he gets. Sage, beco going for the 3 cycle, gets it, very nicely done. So Sage got to be careful now. So both players do a nice job finishing off their first Robot Masters. beco out in just under 2 minutes. Sage just not about 10 seconds off, but we'll have a better idea on where they are actually at in the next few minutes here, once their routes kind of sync up and beco's on his way to Shadow Man. And Sage is actually going to Hard Man second. So again, we've got a bit of a route divergence here. Hard is, of course, weak to Magnet Missile. And Sage is going to try to make those bees disappear quickly as possible. And using a nice combo of Magnet and Rush Coil to take care of them and avoid a lot of lag, which is, I guess, this game's principal hallmark. If you're casual or a speedrunner, you notice that, yeah, there's a bit of lag in this title compared to other Mega Man games. because they really squeezed a lot of material into this game, which is a good thing, of course, but it can lead to some trying moments at times. Oh, and beco going for the top spin strats, and unfortunately takes a dip in the spaghetti sauce, so an unfortunate setback for him. Not a severe one. He lost about 25 seconds there. That's sort of the trick of the thing with going top, then magnet. Oh, he takes another death. Ooh. So beco is in a bit of a pickle here. He's down to his last life now. He cannot take another death here. It's game over. You'd have to start the whole stage over again. So, going top first is faster, but it can be a high risk play, because going fast with top is pretty dangerous, because top has kind of weird movement. So Sage here has a chance to kind of take a bit of a lead here, as he just finished off Hardman successfully. So we should see where he goes next. We've had four different robot masters in the first 4.5 minutes. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, with sagehero, he's gonna have an easier go of it in Shadow Man stage, because those magnet missiles will take care of the parachute robots, no problem. And you'll also be able to utilize some speed strats here as well. In Top Man that beco couldn't, as beco was about to take on his third robot master, Gemini Man, and it's a shame that the glitch in this stage cuts out the best. I think the best song in the game, or the best robot master song in the game. But we'll get to hear it later. So here's that. So beco doing a nice job with clearing out the opposition, and he does get the skip. So by doing a slide there and jumping off ahead, cutting off the Proto Man cutscene, you kill the song, and that reduces actually a lot of lag, because the music and the gameplay are actually on the same card, I gather, same chip. So that's an interesting little quirk about the game. They'll be doing some other audio despawns in the game as well, but beco's like, nope, not interested in that extra life. Chat saying an uncommon opinion about Gemini. Really interesting. So Sage, no problem against Top Man, using a hard knuckle to dispatch him. So beco is going to use Shadow Blade against Gemini Man, because it's interesting, all of the robot masters actually have a soft weakness, and in this case, Gemini's soft weakness is against Shadow Blade, and Magnet Man is actually also soft weak to Shadow Blade, because his primary weakness is actually Spark Shock. Alright, so beco done with Gemini is on his way to Needle Man, number 5. And this is actually probably the shortest of the 8 Robot Master stages. Even with just Buster, it takes less than 2 minutes to finish if you're pretty practiced at it. So Sage, about halfway done here with Shadow. As beco continuing through this stage here. Needle Man. Who is in the lead? Probably beco right now, but oh, there's an extra life for Sage. but even with the two... Oh, and Sage unfortunately goes into the spaghetti as well. Beco unfortunately went in there twice in earlier. And unfortunately, Sage also accidentally passed up a chance to refill his magnet ammo. Now he's out, so he's gonna have to switch to top for the final half of this. Nice, very nice fight by Beco on Needleman. Sage is asking in chat, are we sure? No, not really, actually. We'll know for sure in a little bit. So, Beco continuing on with Snake Man. The time was it used to be like the 7th or 8th Robot Master you fought, but we're just going to skip ahead and do him 5th now. Another great track. The game is full of them. So Sage on his way now to take on Gemini Man. I'm trying to get past Giant Snake. Unfortunately, having some trouble here with his menuing. Trying to clip through didn't work, so he's just gonna go top. Go over the top there. Skip the fight. Yeah, so this is Sage sets up and gets it. Very nice. Sage got the clip? No, unfortunately does not. Lose a couple of seconds there. Beach Supreme in chat saying Snake is their favorite, and no, I can't disagree with that. I mean, I think my 3 favorites would probably be Gemini, Snake, and Spark. And the Wily 1 music is terrific too. So Sage is going to actually use Rush Marine here. Gotta be a little careful here. He's down to like a quarter of his health. Oh boy. Okay, he's cleared, and Sage no problem getting through, and Beco had no trouble with Needleman either, so that's 5 down. And, ooh, yeah, okay. Sage with 3 E-Tanks is going to utilize one of them to, so he doesn't have to take an intentional death here. Good idea. And so Beco finally going to Magnet Man. This was, again, the first one that, Sage did at the start of the match here. And so again, Beco will have some we'll do some things that Sage could not, which might speed it up a little bit for him. Very nice use of the mashing there to take care of Proto Man. That's one of the things that's going to give Beco the advantage over in the long term is he's a terrific masher, and that's like 90% of this game, unfortunately. So if mashing's not your thing, Mega Man 3 can be a bit of a trial. So Sage on his way now to number 6, Robot Master, Needleman. So he still has Snake and Spark to do. Beco has Spark and Hardman to do still. Very nice fight by beco, getting taken down. Ooh, Magnet Man. Sage got knocked back a little bit there, but bounces back. So Sage, get ready for Gemini. Beco had a very clean fight. Let's see what happens here with Needle, because if you miss a shot, that laser is going to bounce around and it's going to cause a ton of lag. And, well, commentator's curse. Oh, and he didn't even get the carom. Sage just playing it very safe there, getting him at point blank. Beco using the Shadow Blade on the bees, which is much faster than Magnet, but you got to just be a little careful there with your shots, because it can be. Alright, so Sage is now on to number 7, Snake Man. So overall, beco with a bit of a lead, I would say, about maybe half a stage, give or take. But a good position to be in right now. Beco's still got to be careful. I don't think he's picked up an extra life anywhere. So yeah, so if he takes a death anywhere, that's game over, and he will have to start the stage over. And depending on where that is, that could be pretty unpleasant. Uses Shadow Blade against Proto Man in this fight. Does more damage than regular blades, the regular Buster. Okay, he has one extra. He has an extra life somewhere. Good. So that reduces some of the potential pressure there. Beco gonna take down Hardman. Okay, very nicely done. And just have to take some damage there so we can finish the job. Very good. So that just leaves Spark for Beco. Sage about 2/3 of the way done here in Snake Man, making actually very good time for himself. Played very well so far. The only mistake really was that death in Shadow. You take that out, he's probably only 20-25 seconds behind, I'd say. His split just went red, so that's an indicator. Alright, so Snake Man weak to Needle, and very good RNG there for Sage, because got right on the middle platform and was able to get rid of Snake before he could even do a high jump there. So very nicely done for very nice fortune for him. And for those not familiar, Mega Man 3 is a game where you want to finish in the center of the arena as much as humanly possible for the first 8 Robot Masters, because the game will automatically drag you there if you don't. So which makes it an outlier among the early Mega Man games, because none of the others really did this. Mega Man X also does this for the Super Nintendo, if you're looking for a point of ref, or a comparison point. Is Beco about to take on his final Robot Master, Spark Man, which is... So Beco just takes care of him with some spamming at the end, so closes out at 1732 for 8 Robot Masters. Perhaps not what he was hoping for, and no, having watched him many a time, I know he's more than capable of breaking 17. So, but still, I mean, apart from Shadow Man at the end there, very, very good play by Beco. So, now I know Beco does the same order all the time. He goes, with the Doc robots, he does Gemini, Shadow, Needle, and Spark. I don't know what Sage does for the order. That could be another interesting comparison, because there's really no difference in what order you do it in. It's a matter of comfort. Alright, 1836 for Sage. Just over a minute back, so... You know, he's, I think again, apart from that death, you take the death out, it might be sub-18. So... beco doing some despawn strats there. If you get 3 of those, little eels, or fish, or those, tadpoles, or whatever you want to call them, out on the screen at the same time, you shoot any more, they won't spawn. So, beco going to take on his first Mega Man 2 refight with the Doc robots, and that's Flashman, no problem. Weak to Needle Cannon. So Sage is doing the same order, or at least is starting in the same order as beco. It's utilizing magnet missiles. Oh, and beco unfortunately taking a death there in the spikes. So that's an unfortunate hiccup there. Now again, he's got to be careful. He has 0. Now I'm pretty sure he did not pick up another life. So, yeah, so he's got to be really conscious of what he does now. Okay, he's through. Very nice. Alright, so... Sage about to take on Doc Flash, as beco's getting ready to take on Doc Bubble, so... Sage remains within striking distance. He needs to still play clean, and he's going to probably need another unforced error from beco here to really have a chance at stealing game 1 here in this best of 3, but we'll see what happens. A lot of game left to be played, and some of these despawn strats, we'll see if beco goes for him. Because again, he's got to be... Well, if he were to take a death here, it probably wouldn't matter. Wouldn't make too much of a difference, be about 20-25 seconds. Because it's right at the start, but... Alright, so... takes out the sound here, and so this will reduce the lag quite a bit in this stage. He'll try it again, I think, also in Doc's Spark. Platforms. Gotta be careful. And so Sage taking on Doc Bubble, no problem. Very nicely done. But with Doc Wood, the main thing is to get behind him and then spam him as he's firing. Once he turns away, so no problem there, and he'll get a health refill for his troubles. So let's see if this goes a little better for beco than regular Shadow did. He kind of played it a little safe there. He kind of seemed to just hesitate just a little bit there at the end. So very nicely done by beco's going to take on Doc Heat. That's his 4th of these fights. Doc Heat is weak to topspin. Alright, very nice. Got him right in the... Got a nice triple hit there. Alright, so... Sage gonna try his luck with Doc Wood as beco moves on to the needle stages. Sage's got the setup right. There he goes. Very nice. Sage is actually going to opt for Gemini laser here. Serve that magnet ammo. Doc Air is weak to Spark Shock, and Beco took quite a bit of damage there, but is through, and will now be doing a nice little trick here where if you are jumping off screen while on Rush Jet, the game will not be taking away your ammo, as it were, for this, and you know, it makes this section a lot easier than it otherwise would have been. Alright, so Beco is through. Use Search Snake. Take out the giant Mets. No interest in that health upgrade. We'll get one here at the end, though, for Doc Clash. Who is weak to Hard Knuckle. Good RNG there for Sage. Only lost about half of his health. Pretty good. So one more Doc fight to go. Set of Doc fights for Beco. In Spark, he'll have to take on Metal and Quickman. And Metal is probably the easiest. Quick is, I would say, the hardest of the 8, just because Quick, for some reason, if he body hits you, it's 8 damage, and with Quick jumping around as much as he does, it can be kind of hard to get a fix on, especially since his weakness is Search Snake, and that's not exactly the fastest weapon. It's a matter of timing more than anything else, but it's not something you want to leave to chance. Sage doing a nice job here. Very good. I think it was kind of tempting it a little bit, but decides not to go for it. Taking advantage of some spawn strats, despawn strats to get rid of some of the pixels on screen here, make this section a little less laggy. Alright, one more for Sagehero here in game 1. We'll move on to Breakman, and then the Wily stage. Beco just about ready to finish this one off. He takes on Doc Quick. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's got to play defense. He had to play a little defensive there, but does finish him off. So 27-40 for Beco through the Doc stages. Sage is about almost to not too far from Doc Magnet. Very nice. Alright, so on to the Wily stages, and these are pretty short overall. None of the 6 Wily stages are particularly long, nor are they actually, I think, particularly challenging overall. If there's any real, for me, demerit on the game, I'd say that the Wily stages are a bit weak in terms of game design compared to some of the other Wily stages. Kind of feel a little bit like an afterthought here, comparatively speaking. But that's doesn't detract from this being a great game nonetheless. Alright, so beco underway here in Wily 1. Sage is just about ready to take on Doc Quick. Got a few E-tanks. Oh, for sure. Colonel Fatso is right. You can definitely lose time to silly mistakes on a speed run. In a general sense, though, I felt that the Wily stages were kind of weak compared to some of the other games. But yeah, in speed running, yeah, there's still a lot that can and will happen. Yellow Devil and Wily 2, chief among them. So no, it cannot be discounted. Absolutely. Very nicely done by beco. So I think it was about 29-10 for Sage. Alright, so on to Wily 2 now. So just over a stage difference between the runners, you know, given that their PBs are a little over almost 4.5 minutes different. This is a chance. I'm sure Sage. I think Sage is watching, so for him, it's like this is he's got to be feeling pretty excited and maybe a little nervous as well because you know he is within striking distance. He's really an unforced error away from really making this a very close match. And it's not the kind of thing you really want to be relying on, but here we are. So, but that is where we're at, and beco's going to go for the 1 cycle here with Yellow Devil. And nicely done. Very nice. Alright, so 3 down, 2 down. Sage also gonna opt for top spin here in Wily 1. Had a little trouble there. Gets the setup back. If you're not comfortable with top spin, Shadow Blade is a very good second choice. Incidentally. So Sage continuing on now to Wily 2. beco almost finished here with Wily 3. So he's going to do a little trick here where he fired some buster shots, and then he switched it to topspin because it'll take on the properties of whatever the buster will take on properties of whatever you fired, and in this case, that's a one-hit kill against the Mega Man clones. So Sage picking up a few E-tanks here. So back about to take on the refights here against as is tradition. So Sage is doing the same Yellow Devil setup. See if he can 1 cycle this. Be a big help for him. Oh, very nice, my Sage hero. Very good job getting the 1 cycle. So Alright, so back to continuing on with the refights. Knocked out two of the robot masters in Needle and not Needle, Snake and Shadow. Just took down Top Man. Next up is Hard Man. He probably took a little more damage than he would have liked, but such as it is. Now the funny thing with, as it is with some of the Mega Man 2 bosses, the Robot Masters are weak to their own weapons, so Gemini Laser is going to get a double dose here against Gemini and Needle. Right, so Beco going to use Shadow Blade twice against, okay, he's going to take a safety refill there, just to make sure, because Spark can be kind of trolly sometimes. His patterns. It's a good pattern here, though. Very nice. So Sage is just entering Wily 4 as Beco is leaving it. So Beco left at 34-42. Just what? The Wily Machine and Gamma fights to go. Should be pretty straightforward for Beco, but if something goes wrong in Phase 2 here, you never can tell. But nope, no problem. Spams like a pro. We got the plot twist of the Wily Dummy. Sort of begs the question, how sophisticated was that robot in the first place? But that's neither here nor there. Nice two-cycle there by Sage against Top Man. So Beco's going to set up to do Rush Coil and then Top, and down goes Wily. So get out the GGs for Beco. Finishes with an official race time of 35:53. Very good time. Very, very good performance by Beco. Had 3 deaths in the Shadow, regular Shadow, and Doc Shadow, but persevered and pulled through. So now the question is, can Sage get a PB? His PB as of today is 38:10. He's, I'd say, within striking distance, but he's going to need a really good finale here. Because Beco did the final 2 stages in 70 seconds, so it's going to be close. If it's not a PB, like I said, it's going to be very close indeed. So let's cheer him on as he closes in. Okay, Phase 1 with Wily Machine, no problem. Oh, unfortunately does not get the setup to spam, so okay, he's going to take a refill here. He's going to keep going. Oof. So, yeah, unfortunately, a rough Wily Machine fight has KO'd the PB, but he's still going to be pretty close to his PB time, which is still nonetheless very impressive in a race setting, because you know, nerves are indeed a thing. And sagehero does Gamma very cleanly and finishes with an official race time of 38:41. So get out the GGs for both of our runners here. So a very entertaining game one, with sagehero playing pretty well. I mean, again, only one real mistake in Shadowman, but otherwise was very close to being on point. He even said in his the race chat that he had a few gold splits, so he was playing very well. Unfortunately, you know, could not at least get the PB there, but still a very credible performance indeed from Sage and beco, of course. Proving why he is where he is in the standings, and even with 3 deaths, still had a fairly comfortable win. But I'm sure he's going to be anxious to try and put out a better showing in game 2 and play. I know the way he is more than capable of, but Mega Man 3 can be a tricky game with some of its little movement quirks and whatnot. So we'll be back in just a moment for game 2 of this best of 3 match. In the meantime, do give our runners a follow. Some great performances here tonight from beco and sagehero, and you can give me Pro-A007 a follow as well, but do start with our runners. They're the one putting on the show tonight. So see you in about 2 minutes. Right, we are back for game 2 of this best of 3 round 2 match of the Mega Man 3 tournament between Beco and Sagehero. If you just are coming into the game here, game one was an entertaining one with very different routes from our two runners, and some interesting gameplay and some exciting moments, as Beco had a couple of unfortunate deaths early that kept it pretty close for about the first half of the match, and then, but Beco's really, I think, superior, gameplay in the end allowed him to pull out the win. But Sage played very well and almost got a I'd say pretty close to a PB. Chat saying game 2 of a best of 3 in a round 2 match, Mega Man 3. Yes, it is a mouthful. But you gotta run with it. So, runners have been given the go-ahead here. So, I'm assuming there will be no changes in routing for game 2. So, Sage is going to lead off with Magnet, Becco's going to lead off with Top Man. There's really not going to be any syncing on their routes until the very end. So, it's sort of a major, if there are a couple of hiccups like there was in game 1, it might take a little while for us to really determine who's in the lead. Just about ready to start here, and here we go for game 2. And, yep. So, as I said in game 1, it's like the Mega Man 3. It is kind of nice that you can, in a sense, pick your preferred starting point, and each has their pros and cons, which makes it kind of unique in that respect too, compared to other Mega Man games where there really isn't a lot of route divergence, or the ability for route divergence. Not quite like this in 3, where there are really several valid choices. Some may well be a little faster than others, but if you're more comfortable starting with Magnet Man as opposed to Top, it's not going to really punish you too much as you're learning the game. So I kind of like that about this game. So Sage doing the blocks as usual. That is, I guess, one demerit starting Magnet first. You can't use Rush Jet, but again, this isn't a very difficult pattern to figure out. So it really is really isn't a big deal. So Sage just about ready to go on against Magnet Man. Beco just reached Top Man on the 90-second mark. Looks like Beco's got a good setup for the 3 cycle and gets it. Very nice. Sage not quite getting the pattern he was getting in game 1, where he was really able to sort of just take the body damage and then really go after Magnet Man. He got a lot of jumps here, which again, safer but not faster. So it'll be a little slower for Sage compared to game 1, but still a solid time. Impossible block puzzle. Well, almost impossible. Not impossible for a robot, I suppose. Again, Sage is going to do Hard Man second, then he's going to go to Top. Nice job by Sage getting rid of the bees using his combo of Magnet Missile and Rush Coil. Nice job trying to get rid of these enemies as close to the as as close to how when they appear as possible to reduce lag. Alright, so beco had a whale of a time here in game 1, dying twice. And oh, and the good times continue. He says with more than sarcasm. That's an unfortunate death there for beco. So he was. Oh no! He. Oh boy, beco. History repeating itself, and again, cannot take a death here. He would game over and have to start the stage all over again. Alright, so how aggressive is he gonna be here? He's holding back just a bit here. Oh no! He got the drop! And unfortunately, that's game over for beco. So, wow. So this is the catch-22 of top first. This stage is much harder to speedrun through. Everything else is pretty straightforward, but that section with the gaps is very tricky. And now, definitely say Sage has the lead right now, having knocked out Hardman pretty cleanly, so now it's on to Top Man for him. beco is gonna try again, and he's gonna hope, I think, for fewer drops this time, or at no drops. Like, screw the drops, and like, just get me out of here. He's not taking any chances here, isn't he? Alright, so he's finally through. But I'm sure he's more than a little peeved right now at what just happened here. And, these kinds of situations, like, you really just gotta kind of push it down and really not think about it. Like, yeah, it happened, but, gotta just carry on. Colonel Fatso is right. Having a stage randomly break on you the day of a big showcase or tournament match is indeed a relatable thing. Anyone who has raced or done an exhibition of any kind, speedrunning exhibition of any kind, can attest to that. Yes, it has happened. It will not be the first or the last time it happens to any of us. So, nice job by Sage taking down Top Man. beco gets the audio clip. Gets the rush scroll clip as well. Nicely done. So Sage was not entirely without his troubles in Shadow Man in Game 1 either. He took a death as well. So we'll see if he can get through this the clean sheet this time. Not interested in the E-Tank. I don't need that. So nice fight there by Beco against Gemini Man. Alright, so here comes Sage's turn in the tumbler. And he is through. Clean. Very nice. I'm sure Sage is was relieved with that. Like, you know, again, I gather he's keeping tabs, but at this point it's almost like don't want to think about that. Just, you know, do your thing and don't worry about the rest, right? Alright, so Needle is up next for Beco. This is number 4. Sage is going to do Gemini now. Sage gets a nice free extra life pickup. Beco taking on Needle Man in the shortest stage in the of the 8 Robot Masters. No problem. Gemini Laser cuts him down. Unfortunately, Sage is 0 for 2 on the Rush Coil clip. Beco was not successful in game 1, but does pull it off. Did pull it off in game 2. As Beco's now on to Snake Man. This will be his 5th. Still has Magnet, Hard, and Spark to go. Sage after this will have the top row to deal with. Needle, Spark, and then Needle, Snake, and then Spark. Excuse me. Again, Sage kind of doing his own thing here. Gonna use Rush Marine to get through this chasm. So he's going to take on Gemini here. Using Shadow Blade. Ooh, he's got to be careful. He cannot get bodied. Alright, so he kind of didn't finish exactly in the center of the arena. But, you know, it was kind of a defensive move. He knew another body hit and he would have taken a death there. And it's the last thing he needs right now. It looks like his splits are very close to his PB right now, so he's right on point with where he'd like to be. It appears. There's Beco. Well, yeah, it's been a Shadow is something I'm sure he's going to be working on quite a bit here. So Beco, it's a good pattern there from Snake Man, and is able to dispatch him while he's staying in the middle of the arena. Ooh, Sage accidentally fired a premature laser there. Problem with those lasers is each laser consists of 3 pixels, and no, you cannot fire a second one in a row. You gotta wait for that first one to disappear before you can shoot another one. So finally the routes are somewhat starting to converge a little bit as Beco's going to do Magnet 6th. Sage might probably have to use one of Z tanks here. He's got 3 of them, so just perfect for this kind of situation. Didn't get any helps with the drops. And he's not taking any chances here. with Needleman, because again, he had some trouble in game 1, an errant shot, so Needle hits pretty hard, so you don't want to deal with that. Oh, he did the same thing he did in game 1, but he gets the carom at least this time and finishes him off. So that's 6 down for Sage, who is in the lead, but it's still a fairly tenuous one, I'd say. So, Sage having a little trouble with his platforming here at the start of Snake Man, and yes, following Conster's lead in the chat here, do give our runners a follow today. Some terrific play from our runners. We got 2. Game 1 was exciting. Looks like Game 2 is going to be even closer than Game 1 at this rate. So, some great show here on this late Saturday evening, or Sunday, early Sunday, wherever you are. You have a game 3. Well, it's not up to me. I mean, there haven't been very many so far in this tournament. I think we've only had, 1 or 2 matches go the distance so far. Sage had a little trouble with Snake Man's pattern, was not able to get the pattern he wanted, so he lost a little bit of time there. So our runners are basically even at this point. Sage has just finished off Snake Man, that's 7. Beco just took care of Hardman, that's 7 for him. So yeah, our runners are pretty close going into Sparkman. So Sage starts at 1634. Beco will start at 1651, so a 17-second difference between our runners going into the final Robot Master. So that's pretty close, and it's, you know, even with the game over, Beco's still very much in range. Again, there's about a 4.5 minute difference between their PBs, which, you know, might might not seem like a lot, but you know, it's a testament to Beco's skill. But Sage is matching him, is keeping his mistakes to a minimum. He's probably going to need a little bit of help to keep his lead here. Beco's mashing and platforming will give him an advantage down the stretch here. So, but still, Sage can only control what he can, and everything else is on Beco. So, Alright, so 1805 for Sage. Beco's just entering the arena now. So let's see how this goes for Beco. Alright, 1817 on the kill, so 12 seconds as we go to the dock stages. Let's get some hype in the chat here. The routes for the dock stages were identical in Game 1. Gemini, Shadow, Needle, and Spark. Nice opening segment there from Sage. Sage was trying to have it both ways there. Unfortunately, just lost quite a bit of time, and now we're like not even a screen transition of what. We got like a high five coming here, folks. Sage is entering Doc, Flash, and Beco right behind him. No, Sage did not die in Spark. And well, we have sync now. Cherish this moment. Beco had trouble here in Game 1. He took an unfortunate death. No trouble here, and yeah, Beco, using his strat, is able to slightly pull ahead of Sage, and Sage unfortunately took a drag. Yeah, on the surface, but you know, Beco is able to do more advanced platforming strats and just better menuing and better mashing. So those little things, you know, really do add up in a game like this, especially a mash-heavy game like this. And Beco dispatches Bubble, but again, fade to black at 21:11. Fade to black at 21:18. So Beco did get the music despawn. Sage is not going to get it, so that's going to add a few seconds to his time overall. Because again, music is tied to the graphics cards, so that does cause lag when the two are running together, and you got a lot of sprites on screen. There's another, like, sort of minor difference here. Sage is using Rush Jet to get across this chasm, whereas Beco used platforming, which is faster overall. It's riskier, yes, but it's also faster. Doc Wood, nice, gets behind him, and very quick fight there by Beco to take down Doc Wood. So that's 3 down, 5 to go. Beco picking up an extra life there. Very nice fight by Sagehero. So Sage took quite a bit of damage there, but the health refill is, I'm sure, just what he wanted, just what the doctor ordered. So Yeah. Nice fight there by beco, using topspin to take down Doc Heat. So fades to black at 23-19. Onto Doc Needle. Sage, again, probably about 25-30 seconds behind now. Ooh, unfortunately missed. Alright, there it goes. Very nice recovery there on Doc Heat for Sage. Fades to black at 23:47. So yeah, 28 seconds now. As beco is now into the third of 4 Doc stages with Doc Needle. He'll take on Spark and Clashman stage. Yeah, beco is very good. He is ranked 3rd on the leaderboard for any percent. His best game, I believe, is still Mega Man 5, but you know, he's really put in a lot of time and effort into this. In the last several months, and you're seeing it tonight. He's really been able to overcome what could have been a fatal in another race. Ooh, unfortunately, ooh, not what he wanted. Okay. Been a year and a half? Wow. Time does fly. No, it's been a while, because I am a somewhat frequent watcher of this stream, but I didn't realize it'd been that long. A year and a half he's been grinding, wow. That's dedication for you. That's what you need to be top speedrunner. But Sage is no different. Sage is a very, very accomplished Mega Man 4 player. I know he's like in the top 15 in that game. So everyone has their kind of their specialty. beco taking on Clashman here, Doc Clash. Very nicely done. Got him at point blank with 4 straight. 4 straight hard knuckles. Alright, so on to the final Doc stage, Doc Spark, which has Metal and Quickman. Second place remains safely anonymous according to Colonel Fatso. Alright. And so it shall be. Oh, he missed a hard knuckle, but got the bounce back shot to take care of him. beco about to take on Doc Metal. He's got Magnet Missile ready to go. Alright, beco does get the music despawn this time. He didn't do it in game 1, but I don't think he could afford to. But here he's like, yep, I'm going for that. So both of them taking on a Doc Robot Master at the same time. Quick versus Metal. Very nicely done by beco, finishing off Quick. So he's out at 27:57. Did that in 9 minutes 40 seconds. Very good time. And a very easy, very quick brakeman fight, so on to the Wily stages. Sage about ready to take on Doc Quick. Had a little trouble there with Quick at the start, but finishes it off, so very nicely done, and out at 29 flat, so 10 seconds better than game 1. So if he wants that PB, well, it's not entirely out of reach just yet. Actually, let's see. Actually, the point of reference for beco, his time after the dock stage was actually only 17 seconds worse in game 2 compared to game 1. That's throwing in a game over. He's still 17 seconds off, so looking at about a 36 right now, I'd say, if all goes well. And so Wily 1 is down. Sage is underway here in Wily 1 as well. A little over a minute behind going in through the dock stages. Yeah, both strats are valid. Top is a little faster, but top is also a little harder to control sometimes if you're not as comfortable with that stuff. But yeah, both players are definitely team top here. beco took some damage there. Not, I think, what he wanted, but he should be okay. Alright, still closes it out. Very nice. Fades to black at 31-23. Oh no, we have B. Okay, got the bees to despawn. But Sage also had a little trouble with his menuing, you know, one of those little things that really does add up in a race, or just a speedrun in general. Oh boy. So, Sage having some trouble here with in Wily 2, but does finally get to the Yellow Devil fight as beco just finished off the Mega Man clones. Unfortunately, no one cycle here for Sage. He was successful in game 1, but not so much here, so he'll have to wait for that second cycle, and yeah, that probably puts a hurting on his PB ambitions. 33-12. Nice fight there by beco against Shadow in the refights. That's 2 down. Sage having just kind of laboring a little bit here in the Wily stages. You know, might be pressing just a little bit here, and some of those little hiccups are starting to add up for him. But still putting on a good fight here. beco is now at the halfway mark of the refights, using against Gemini. Nicely done. That's 5. There's 3 more to go for beco. He's got Sage. He's got a Needle, then it's going to be Magnet and Spark to finish it off. Alright, so not quite the idealized strategy there from Sage, but does finish him off. The Mega Man clones. So we'll be entering Wily 4 now. beco, had a little trouble there with Spark, but manages to finish him off before dying. So about 34-47. So again, pretty close actually to his game 1 time. Only about 5 seconds off. So, you know, apart from Shadow, man, he's played very well tonight. Pretty much what you would expect to see. Yeah, on 35 pace, yeah, with the game over, he had 35-53 in game 1 with 3 deaths. So, alright, so to the finish for beco. Can he finish? Get another sub 36. Gonna be close. And there it is. beco finishes off Gamma and finishes with an official race time of 35-58. beco will move on to face Casio in the 3rd round of this double elimination tournament. Sage continuing to soldier on. Ooh, missed a bank shot and pretty concerned. Oh no! But does get the carom. Stops for a refill. So on to Magnet. Very nice. A little trouble there with Spark, but does finish him off. So we'll move on now to the final stage of this race, 37-19. So looking at about a 30. If this goes better than Wily 5 did in game 1, it could be about a 38-30. Maybe 38-45, I don't know. Alright, so there goes phase 1. Oh, does not get the 1 cycle. Oh, nice backup though. Alright, so Sage takes care of Wily Machine, so on to the final stage of this race, 37-19. So looking at about a 30. If Wily, if this goes better than Wily 5 did in game 1, it could be about a 38-30. Maybe 38-45, I don't know. So there goes phase 1. Oh, does not get the 1 cycle. Oh, nice backup though. Alright, so Sage takes care of Grand finale here against Gamma. Pretty straightforward final boss. There, you picked up the next. There goes phase 1, phase 2. Very nice. That will do it. Sagehero finishing with an official race time of 38:39. So GG's to both of our runners for a fine performance here this evening. So, kind of waiting to see if our runners will, in fact, come in for an interview. In the meantime, we have 2 matches on the docket for tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. We have Nitro X Nate versus Kaiser Krister, who will actually play Sagehero in his next match. And then at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Speedy versus Mellow Flows. And Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have Mad Mega X381 versus Prissy. So, alright, so our runners have actually declined an interview for this evening, which fair enough. But nevertheless, some very fine play here tonight. Beco, had his troubles with Shadow Man in games 1 and 2, but proved why he is at the top, near the top of the leaderboard, because he was able to make up the time very quickly. Took the lead in game 2 in the dock stages and never looked back. And Sagehero, a little more time and seasoning definitely is going to be knocking on the door some really good times. Just needs, a little work on the menuing and a little work on just some of the basic strats, but, played very well and really didn't make any mistakes in game 2, like outright blunders in game 2. In game 1, just had the one death, but came within striking distance of his PB both times. That's pretty impressive in a race setting, no less. That's not an easy feat. So we will see if Sagehero can, continue on with after finding out who his opponent will be tomorrow, and then of course Beco, I'm sure is looking to have a cleaner round 3 against Cassio, who's a very strong runner indeed, and will, I think, push Beco to really put up a good time there. So we shall see indeed. Alright, so well, thanks all for watching, and again, give our runners a follow if you haven't already. Beco and Sagehero, some very fine play here tonight. And you can give me Pro8007 a follow if you enjoyed my commentary. So, got 2 matches tomorrow on the schedule, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. Channel is TBD. But we'll see you all then, and thanks all for watching. Have a great night, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow for more Mega Man 3 action in this tournament. Thanks.